right. Hello. Welcome. My name is Astrid. I'm a psychic oracle and mentor, and this is The Sacred Gray. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please be sure to drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know how you found me. Subscribe if you can. It's totally free. It's a very appreciated form of support. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Welcome back. This is going to be the first of its kind. We're going to do tarot readings according to your North Node. Okay, so if you don't know where your North Node is in your natal chart, there will be a link below in the description to help you find it. We're going to jump right into it. So this is going to be for those who have a North Node in Aries and or the first house. Okay, so if you have your North Node in your first house, this reading may be for you. If you have your North Node in Aries, this reading may be for you. If you have your North Node in Aries and the first house, this reading may be for you. Okay. All right, let's get into, wow. Just right away. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So right away, whoever I'm talking to, okay, so the only one that flipped out, this is insane. I just want to point this out really quick. So whoever it is that I'm speaking to, you have, so 3 cards fell. I'm only going to take the one, it flipped and then it turned back over. Whoever it is that I'm speaking to, you have something, some kind of new agreement or new contract here. Something that is, I'm hearing, taking up your time and energy or will soon be. This is something that has a very exciting energy to it. Something that you are really, I'm hearing, profoundly aware of as a potential, you know, that this opportunity here. Something that I'm hearing also that you may be uncertain of. Okay, can I get a bit more insight on how Aries may be feeling about this contract, the Hierophant? This could, I mean, really, this is very powerful. This is something that perhaps you are just setting out on or expecting that will be incredibly fruitful, but also like really deepening the bonds of whatever relationship it is affecting. Okay, now the Two of Cups is a card of love and interpersonal relationships, right? Romantic relationships. It is also a card of agreement and contract. However, one that you are deeply invested in, not only because of, you know, okay, this is an agreement that I'm involved in, but also because there is emotion involved, right? There is dedication and commitment involved on a level that transcends that which is tangible, right? And the Hierophant, excuse me, coming out here to really confirm the importance of this, right? This is something that you, excuse me, are holding true to in a way that it feels, you know, this feels much more important than I'm starting a new job or I'm starting a new business venture with someone that I like, right? This feels much more important and much more aligned with one's moral obligation or sense of higher purpose, right? This is something that carries a unique kind of weight. So I would love to hear about how our North Node in Aries or first house is feeling about this. Can I get some insight onto how they're feeling? Temperance. I'm going to get a clarification card on that. This is a, wow, what is going on? Temperance and the High Priestess. You've been waiting for this. This is something that not only have you been waiting for, but you have been anticipating. I'm hearing like this month ahead, you will be seeing something that you have been waiting for quite some time. And I have to stress the kind of grace that is coming through in this message is really wise. There is a wisdom here that is pretty profound, that you have given yourself the I don't know how to describe, that you have sacrificed and you have given the time to the situation that it has needed to grow, like truly a Queen of Pentacles energy or Empress energy. There is this understanding of it is taking the time that it needs to take, right? Excuse me. What does our North Node in Aries or the first house, what do they need to know about? I want to ask how this is coming forth. Death. These are big cards. These are big cards, collective. There's something about this that is transcendent. So far beyond, I'm getting full body chills. This is so far beyond what you have known, what you have seen in your life up until now. What is this going to bring into your life? What is this going to bring into? You know what's so funny is, so this card, I have thoughts about this card, but in this context, it makes me think purpose, right? It makes me think stress, right? Because there is a kind of tension here, and that was going to be one of the things that I ask Spirit to shed light on. But there's stress with a kind of purpose here. There is an intentionality behind I'm hearing the word charisma. Maybe you are not the most charismatic person, which is why, the North Node is what we are stretching into. So maybe there's an element of discomfort in that which you may find yourself putting forth to call in this new opportunity. Maybe that's just the patience that you've had to put forth to call in this new opportunity, to manifest this wonderful, this contract, this agreement, this potentially marriage, right? But seems to directly benefit you in a monetary or material way, right? But here we have this understanding that like, this is not going to come easy. This is not going to, taking this step. Like I've worked so hard, I've manifested it, I've focused it, I've been patient and graceful and blah, blah, blah. And so now we are kind of shedding the skin that is no longer required to bring in this beautiful contract and agreement. But very well, viewer, that this is not necessarily something that is bringing ease into your life, right? You also know that there are things that are very much worth waiting for and deserving of that stretching, right? Deserving of that patience, right? Deserving of that, I'm hearing the word tolerance, right? That some trees, some bushes, some flowers, they just need that extra bit of love and patience to grow, right? Can I get something that is standing in our viewers' way? What is standing in the way of our North Node in Aries or the first house? Yeah, hey, it takes the time that it takes. This is a card that says, you can stay where you are for as long as you want, right? You can stay where you are, you can stay, and this doesn't have to be physical, right? It is perhaps something that, okay, so this death card, it's making me think of, obviously there are things that you will be leaving behind. Some of those things you may be less ready to or less excited about leaving behind, right? And so this Nine of Wands, as what is crossing you, is just letting you know that you can take as long as you want to take, right? You're ready when you're ready. Okay, can I get a little bit more about what is crossing Aries? What is getting in the way? Yeah, Eight of Cups. Wow. There is definitely something that you're leaving behind here. What is Aries, North Node or first house leaving behind? What are they leaving behind? King of Cups. Four of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles. This is an achievement that you've already had, right? This is, quite literally closing one chapter to open another, right? You are wrapping it up, you are wrapping it up. And depending on when you are, this is a timeless reading, but when you are watching this, this is something that you are right on time with the astrology that we are currently experiencing. This is a season of wrapping up. This is a season of calling an end to things that, storylines and kind of cycles that we have been active in for however long, calling it into a finale, right? Calling it into just its final stages. Okay, let's get a bit more here. 3 of Cups. You are deeply valued and celebrated in your path forward, but a word that's coming through Spirit is giving to me is the word transgression. There is you have been wronged in this time, and perhaps by those who are holding those cups with you, right? Not everybody can come with you in this 3 of Pentacles. There are people who, even though you've reached a level of achievement, I think that this King of Cups energy was maybe necessary, because some of these folks that were on the journey with you maybe didn't have your best interest in mind. Maybe they were harming you in certain ways, right? So can we get some insight as to what it is that our viewer is leaving behind? Just a little bit more. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. This is again something that I think I have to say I am getting full body chills. This is something that you felt as if you were a part of community. You felt as if you were ingrained in something that was larger than yourself, only to find that maybe that wasn't the case, right? Maybe all that you were celebrating I'm hearing like false pretenses. So like the foundation of these celebrations, the foundations of these kind of clinking of the glasses, or these these collaborations that you had, maybe it's not that people had it out for you necessarily, but that that their vibration was never actually good for you. And so here we do have a level of emotional mastery. Here we do have, and I think quite a bit of leveling up. But I do also believe, and I can see here, that you are very, very ready to take on this new opportunity, this new leap. And not only are you, or this new contract or agreement, whatever it is, that brings in this monetary or material wealth or opportunity, which is whatever it is, this Ace of Pentacles and this 2 of Cups. This is crazy. That not only are you ready for it, but you know that you are ready. And there are some things that may be a bit more difficult to leave behind, like the social connections that you have made, right? The bonds that you did create in this past season, this past chapter. There will be some things there that I think are more and more difficult for you to leave behind. But let's get a word of advice here. Oh, buddy. The Magician, this is the Alchemist. Everything that and this is something that I feel very strongly, is that, everything happens for a reason. We have our life experiences because they prepare us for various things, that we're required to achieve in life. And so while you've had this experience that I do feel in my heart was very tumultuous, this chapter that you are wrapping up, this version of yourself that you are calling an end to, and that you are ready to move past, not because you have anything. I think you're just ready. You're just ready. You've just grown up a little bit, and it's okay. We've got more. We just need a little bit more space, right? This is something that, again, where there's grief, there is also a sense of purpose. You have a grand sense of purpose. There is a lot of magic and a lot of power that is required from the magician's alchemical processes, right? He's not just like flinging a wand around and saying, "Wow, look at, water to wine." No, 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 no. No. This is not an easy thing for the magician to achieve. He has a sense of purpose and there is emotion behind it, right? I was having a chat with someone very close to me recently where we were talking about magical workings, and I told them that your emotions are jet fuel to whatever workings you are putting forth. So if there is something that you are asking of a deity, or just something that you are trying to call in with your working, that you do it when the energy is high, right? So this grief that you may be experiencing, or this this grief that you may be experiencing, or this maybe even a reluctance to let go, or maybe you haven't quite accepted yet that it is time to move on from whatever it is. And again, you can stay there as long as you want. The path is ready when you are ready to take it. There's no pressure here from any source. Maybe like we can, and then the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So maybe we can harness our emotions, right? In doing whatever working we need to do to move forward, right? So if you do find yourself in that conversation, we were talking about how that is like the witch's jet fuel, right? Or the worker's jet fuel. This Ace of Cups, this emotional, you want to work while the energy's high. I'm a little scattered in my communication, sorry, ADHD. So you want to ensure that you feel the feelings when you feel them, right? And you talk to your higher power about them, because this new chapter is one that I can see is going to bring you profound success, right? Let's get some insight as to what our viewer can anticipate from taking this leap, or wow, yeah. This is, what more is this going to bring to Aries? 2 of Pentacles. You have options. 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. There is a youthfulness and perhaps a sense of overwhelm coming from, that which is ahead of you. And I can't help but notice, because I was moving the deck and I can tell that this card does want to be shown, the 6 of Wands. Not only do you receive so much material success here, but you also receive options, right? And what a blessing it might be for those options to feel as if they are something that you have to juggle here. You're like, well, what do I do? What do I do? Right? There is a level of uncertainty in your path forward, just because there are so many things that you can do. We have the Sun here. I cannot stress enough to you how beautiful this is, despite what may feel tumultuous at times, and what would have had a road that, what was arduous, I believe is a word, right? A word. Arduous is a word. But this is new, and this is exciting. And this is, I'm hearing like spontaneous, right? Especially with that Page of Wands. Now with the 4 of Pentacles coming out, I can see that you have a sense of safety in where you are now. Again, you have a sense of safety with where you are now, but is this sense of safety, is this sense of comfort, is this the foundation that says, I'm ready to go, right? Is this the foundation that says, okay, I've got all of my eggs in the baskets, I've got all of my ducks in their rows, and now I am ready to go? Or is this the 4 of Pentacles that says, is this the kind of foundation that says, I have everything that I need, and I don't know. No. Is this a prison, right? And this could be your own mental prison, right? This could be a prison that you put yourself in. Or perhaps if you're sharing your life with someone and you say, hey, I want to go back to school. Or, hey, I want to sign this contract. I want to start this project. And they say, no, they feel threatened, right? Right. So is this 4 of Pentacles a strong foundation, or is it the tower that is being built? Is it the prison, right? Again, my. If there were more indication for you to say yes, I would be, I mean, I would be flying. I would be flying. Oh. Oh, dear one. I want to like be gentle with you. Listen, I know it's been rough. I know it's been rough. I don't know a single person who has Aries placements, especially strong Aries placements, that is not like one of the most resilient people that I know. Like this is, you know, Aries is, there is challenge. That is a resilient and powerful sign. And it is important for you to know that this experience right here, okay, this heartbreak, that, and you know, I'm also hearing that for some of you, this may be an old friend, a family member that is actually still around you. You know, this heartbreak for some of you may just be a memory. It may be an old experience that you had that has been really throttling you and sticking you in this place of like overthinking and overanalyzing and kind of really getting stuck in your head, right? But you know, so it may be physical or it may not be. But here is the alchemy of it. You know, here is the magician of it. Is how is that your North Star? Right? How is this old heartbreak, this old experience, you know, what you have learned and how you have recovered from those things? How is that serving as what provides you a sense of purpose and hope and drive and ambition and vigor, right? The star tells us about, you know, or the star shows us that which we place as our hope, as our anchoring point behind our ambitions and basically our why, right? Our why. If you're close to me, then you know I'm a Tony Robbins gal. Okay, I love me some Tony Robbins, and he calls himself the why guy, which I think is really neat. And that is this star, right? That is this star. What is your why? Right. And maybe consult with the why guy, right? Whether you pick up a book that is inspiring or you listen to some audio that helps you really anchor yourself and remember that you are someone who is wildly resilient and capable, remembering that you can trust yourself. Or maybe it's just your inner monologue. Maybe you need to make some adjustments, right? I love this for you. I love this for you. I'm going to get one final card. Well, two actually, because I feel called to the one that was on top of the deck. Okay, this is, wow. So actually, you know, all of my cards were upright. I did not intentionally flip these two over, but they are the two that are flipped over, in the deck. I suppose from maybe a previous reading, I didn't look close enough, and they are the only two that came out for this final message. So I really think maybe for your final message here, what we can take a look at is how some of this heartbreak is just from old versions of you that stopped before you started. Maybe there's a part of you that is very accustomed to the process of psyching yourself out and stopping before you start. And so here we have this indication of your own awareness of sabotage, right? That's all right. That's all right. You know, it is good to acknowledge the ways in which you throttle yourself and your growth and your journey and your whatever it is that you're throttling, right? Your, I guess your success. But Spirit here is indicating that this is an option, right? This is something, especially following this message, this is something that you can choose to learn from. You are, you know, you are surrounded in life by an abundance of decisions, right? Some things are out of our control, but that which is in our control, we only need a moment of observation to realize that we do have a choice in the decision that we make next, right? So even if it's taking that moment and saying like, is this the version of me that is successful and abundant and moving towards the sun and happy with myself? Is this the version of me that is accepting this pentacle and moving into a space where I am, I guess I can say that I am moving with a straight spine and I'm proud of myself and I'm upholding my moral value system, whatever it is. Is this the part of me that knows how powerful I am? Or is this the part of me that perhaps is really comfortable with sabotaging, behaviors that maybe I once partook in, whatever it is, right? Is this the old me or is this the new me? Is this the version of me that, that maybe I'm outgrowing, that maybe I'm leaving behind, right? Or is this the version of me that is barreling into an exciting future, right? Who is this version of me? Judgment in reverse is just an indication that, and I am thinking, maybe I need to repeat the message of you go when you go, you move when you move. There is no timer. There is no, nobody's judging you based on there is no benchmark that you have to meet, right? So if we're finding ourselves in a place where it's like, you're calling yourself lazy or you're judging yourself because you are not moving at the pace in which you want to move, I'm going to need you to really check in with that internal monologue, right? The manner in which you talk to yourself might need some serious adjustment or checking in on, because nobody is telling you, hey, you have to be at this point at this time. There is a blueprint within you that you may benefit from just making some adjustments on, right? The blueprint of, think about an area of your life that you're happy with, or think about this area of your life, right? If this has resonated with you, whatever it is, are you happy with that? Are you happy with where you are in whatever this may be? Currently, if right? Let's say, whoever I'm speaking to, I feel like you're very aware with this, but let's choose career. Okay. Are you happy with your career currently? If the answer is yes, why? Okay. And if the answer is no, why? If the answer is yes, it's probably because you find that which is within the realm of career for you matches what you believe you deserve in life, right? It matches your internal blueprint. Right? And if you're saying no, then it's probably because it doesn't match your blueprint, right? So maybe with this final message that Spirit is bringing forth, it is time to acknowledge that you haven't done anything wrong and that nobody is judging you, and you are not behind any kind of schedule. Right? Maybe it's actually in your benefit to put into review your blueprint. Okay. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you're still here and if you have gained something from this, please be sure to subscribe, drop a comment, leave a like. Any little bit of support is so greatly appreciated. So thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Astrid, and welcome to the Sacred Gray.